Good morning and welcome. Joining me on set this morning is Candice Harry, the owner and founder of House of Kathy Salon. Candice is one of the most celebrated hairstylists here in Trinidad and Tobago, and she doesn't only work here, she works abroad, but she'll tell us more about it. Candice, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
I want you to start by telling me a bit about how you got your start in hairstyling.
I think from birth. I think probably before dollies and playing cards with my brother, I wanted to comb everybody's hair, even as a young toddler, playing in hair, playing in my own hair. So if you hear my aunts talk about me now, they'll say we didn't expect anything different than what you're doing now.
You used to get licks of pain in your hair because I know Caribbean mothers.
Doing over my hair. I used to go in school and whatever she did, I will do it over and go back home and get licks. But I'll get smart. I used to take it out before she come home though. But yeah, I always love hair. I always love to do anything beauty, but more so hair and what it does for people.
Okay. You mentioned what it does for people. What do you think hairstyling does for people?
Well, most persons feel that doing your hair is just doing your hair, but sometimes it's like life-changing or even moments of change that you just need an upliftment. And you know, we love our beauty,
yes,
and you can make up your face, but if your hair ain't done, you don't feel completely right. But if your hair is fully done and you don't have on no makeup, you still feel good. So it is a psychological thing as well, that it creates upliftment, it creates confidence, it creates a poise for a person, and to be able to be a part of that in a person's life, or be the mastermind behind that confidence that they are now breathing going forward in their day. That to me is everything.
You mentioned that your aunts and they are not surprised by the fact that you pursued a career in hairstyling. Were they always supportive of your dream though?
No. Not everybody was supportive, because only now it is looked upon as a great thing to be a hairstylist, or as they would say, a beautician years ago, or even hairdressing. But it was more be a doctor, be a lawyer, be a teacher. You know, those were the things looked upon as a great, like, successful in your career or even in your life. And so it was always looked upon in my life as a hobby. All right, you're good at doing hair, but why not do something else? You know, you have the smarts academically. Why don't you do something else? And I tried, I did, you know, continued, finished school, and I maybe did like a year in college and was going on to do psychology and teaching, because I love to teach as well. And it just didn't bring that satisfaction that I felt every time I did hair, because I still did my hair on the part-time, right? At home, you know, persons will come, everybody in the family, mind you, everybody coming for me to do the hair, you know, but nobody giving me the full support. And realizing, you know, what I was putting in for school, of course, financially, you're still putting out for school. And knowing that is something that you like it, but you don't really love it. And more or less, I started to do it to prove a point to other persons. And then one day when it became, you know, a financial strain on me, I said, hold up. Is it worth doing this? And when you do this, when you're really going to start to make money after you pay back all these bills to do, or loans? Because, you know, I more or less grew up in the United States, in New York. So I went to school there as well. And, you know, it is a lot of loans you have to take out when you're going to school. So I'm like, why would I put out so much for something I really don't like? I love hair. And every time I did it, there was a satisfaction that I felt after. You know, it's more or less a feeling I feel when I'm doing the hair, or even after. And I said, you know what? I'm not telling nobody I'm going to sign up for my school. And I went on to be a cosmetologist. Now, I'm not just a hairstylist, I'm a cosmetologist. That means everything beauty. But I just love hair. I love hair.
And why do you think you love hair so much though?
Again, you know, what it does for a person. I know sometimes we go get our nails done. You like the nails for about a day, two, whatever, and it's just there. But your hair, there's something about your hair that is so long-lasting. The impact is long-lasting. It makes you want to do it more. It makes you want to dress up more. It just gives you an attitude, a new and a positive attitude. So why not want to be a part of that?
Sure. Yeah. And what would you say is the difference between a hairdresser and a hairstylist?
I hear that. Everyone says that, because sometimes I often get offended when people call me hairdresser, but you can't get offended because they don't know the difference. It's simple as someone that styles in the area of clothing and dresses. We dress. A stylist puts you together, takes a top things that they create a style for you that you yourself wouldn't be like, nah, I would have never think of that. And that basically, you know, mimics what it is between a hairdresser and a hairstylist. A hairdresser is one, you will come in a picture and that hairdresser knows that it's not going to work for you, but because you are paying them for a service, they are just going to give you what you want. So, okay. And then after, like, and then they mind like, I don't really know now. But, you know, the passion is not the same as a hairstylist. Remember, you're styling. So that's where it comes with the stylist, right? And you're creating for a person, knowing that it's not going to work, but here what? Let's put things into consideration. Your face shape, your undertones, your dimensions of your face. Let me create a style for you that may mimic, but even better, so it will be your style. And that is what a stylist does. A stylist creates. It takes many things more into consideration than somebody that just dresses the hair.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. You mentioned that you were based in the United States. Tell me about your relocation back home, Trinidad.
Well, that didn't come too easy because I did have to leave and walk away from my clientele, you know, in America. But with many tears, they were very supportive when I did make my decision, because I was already venturing to my next level in life. I never wanted to just be a stylist behind a chair. I wanted to actually add into the industry a bit more than I was doing before. I was just basically doing hair, you know, and there's so much avenues that you can use your gift for to give back to people, because I can't help it. I'm a giver naturally. I just got to deal with it. I love to give, right? And I saw the need when I started to, you know, travel to different islands actually, and you would see so many young girls wanting to do hairstyling, but their complaint will be, I'm not really learning much. I'm not really getting what I want, or again, it's not being seen as a great profession. And so I took that into consideration as well, and then I said, okay, Candice, you're getting older. What we gonna do next? We're just gonna be behind the chair because we've been doing this since he was 14. I started when I was 14 years old. And I said, you're still doing the same thing. So what are we doing? And then I said, okay, I love Trinidad. Why not go back home? But what are you going back home to do? And then I said, there's a need for it, because every time I traveled back home, I would come all the time. Every year I have to be in Trinidad because that was my woosa to go back and deal with what I needed to deal with in America. And every time I came, everybody would beg me, Candice, why don't you come home and open a salon? I said, for what? It have so many stylists here. What I need to come back for? And they said, no, it's just something about you. But I thought they was just saying it just because.
Oh, they won't.
And then even it had two young ladies that approached me and said, if you come back home, I want you to teach me. And I'm like, but it has so many schools, you know, why are you still, you know, yearning for knowledge? And I took all those things into consideration. And then I went back home and I brainstormed and I said, okay, you know what? You're grown now. You can make your own decisions. Because I went to America not on my own. I went as a child. So that was not my decision. Why not go back home? And when you go back home, create a way that you can give back. Because again, I love to give back. And then I love to teach. So why not? So upon my return, I was actually, you know, given an opportunity to teach in a school, and I loved it. But I still felt like what was being given to the students wasn't enough. And that's what pushed me now to even educate and now style and give back and put out the information there the way in which I do. So I think I came up with a purpose.
Okay, great. And it's good to see that you're fulfilling said purpose. Because a lot of people in different professions, you'd find that they keep their secrets to themselves. They don't want to share the information. So I guess a lot of people would be very happy that you're a giver.
I can't do nothing else. I might stifle. I don't believe in holding back, because I always tell people, you went to school. If you did go to school, you learned, and that information you received was from someone. If that someone did not put out that information, you will not have that knowledge you have now. So why not hold back? True. If you are good, you are good. You don't have to worry about that. Give, and it shall be given back unto you.
Tell me about House of Kathy. Where did you get a name?
House of Kathy. That's everyone's. Wait, your name is Candice.
Yeah, I've been calling you Kathy.
Yeah, and I'm starting to get used to it. Before I'm like, it's Candice Harry. But that's from my mom. My mom, she too has been, you know, a seed in my life, even in the beauty, part of me. She passed away when I was 11 years old. And knowing that she's not here to see that, I decided to venture out into this. And also my sister, who actually was the one that came up with the name, but for her own business. And I said, you know what? I'm going to open a salon. And I want it to be something that's a part of all of us, which is our mom. So can I have the name? And she was like, yeah, of course, it's for all of us, And I said, okay, I'm going to name it House of Kathy, and then create the salon as if it's a house that you can come in and feel at home, feel comfortable, create the ambience, and then slay you with some style.
Okay, awesome. What's next for you though?
What's next? More workshops, because I started to do a lot more workshops here. More workshops, more courses, more styling, more slaying, and just, adding to the hair industry in the Caribbean, because we have so many gifts and talents here. It's just the lack of knowledge and the lack of, not knowing how to. And that's all you need. You just need to know how to, and adding of the passion. It's not about money. It's about your passion. And from that passion, everything else will come forward.
Okay, tell me a bit about some of the biggest challenges you would have encountered on your return to Trinidad.
Challenges. I wish I knew how to do everything. A carpenter, a painter. that to me is more or less the main challenges of getting things done when I want them done, because I'm so used to things happening when I want to, how I want to in the US. But here it's a bit more laid back. But that's the only thing I see as a challenge. I really don't see things as a challenge. I see it as an opportunity to learn and get better. So anything that happens contrary to what I expected, because I manage my expectations as well. And so because of that, anything that happens, I find a way to learn from it and grow with it.
Okay, as we prepare to wrap up, any plans to launch your own product line?
Yes, that's coming. We're actually working on it, and also, doing the workshops as well. But I can't give out too much secrets, but it's coming. I'm promoting my importance is healthy hair. And so I want to create a product that will promote healthy hair growth and even deal with the issues of hair loss and so forth that is prominent amongst us, So that we're working on it. It's coming. It's going to come. The hairline is going to come.
Okay. Advice to anyone hoping to venture into your field?
Love it. Don't like it, because if you like it, you're gonna quit. If you love it, nothing is gonna change you from doing what you love.
Okay, any final words, thoughts that you'd like to share?
House of Kathy Salon. No, I mean, thank you, for giving me the opportunity to come on and share, me and my journey and House of Kathy, and visit us on Instagram and Facebook, and you just be a part of the journey and come on board.
Okay, well, Candice, thanks so much for sharing.
Thank you, Dion.
And I wish you Godspeed in all your future endeavors.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Most welcome.
All right.
I can read your thoughts right now.